One thing that we need, whether to train the young players locally, whether to send them abroad, whether a club can exist, it is finance. Where do you get the money from? Now, sadly, most of our clubs rely on state governments because either the president or the chairman, whoever it is either the Menteri Besar or the chief minister who helps set up the funding. Now, unlike private clubs in other countries, they have to fend for themselves. Now, who do they look for? They look for private entities. Why would a private entity come and help you with the club? Now, it should be really inviting. It should be so inviting that private entities want to be part of your club. We have many companies in Malaysia. Question: why don't they come on board? Why are they shying away? Why do you think they are shying away? There are some who come for a short period, maybe one season, maybe 1 year, then they disappear. Clubs go back to the government for help. There are many sports in the country. Why should the government only help football? We should help badminton, we should help squash because we have world champions. Why they should help football? Likewise, private entities should come on board, rather sponsors should come on board, but they are shying away. Why are they shying away? This is a very serious question because we cannot rely on the government. We cannot rely on FAM to give you the money. Clubs must source for their own income. How do they do it? Are we doing enough? Now, the question is, why are private entities shying away? I'll give you a prelude to this. Now, way back in 2016, we started a course in University Malaya called the Professional Certificate in Football Business Management, a course never offered by any university in Malaysia. Why? Because we found out that many or most of the clubs do not have a marketing department. Sad, isn't it? Some have, but it's not functioning. Some have, but they do not know what to do. So we started a course which marketing is a module, and here we teach them how to go about looking at football as a business. We have looked at football from the game aspect. We have looked at football as an entertainment. But if you look at North America, their sports industry is equivalent to the GDP of countries like Sri Lanka and Maldives. In 2019, the football, or rather sports business, I would say, in North America was $79 billion. It's a lot of money, but it doesn't fall from the roof. We have to work. We have to go to the sponsors. You see, the problem with us is we treat sponsors as donators. It is supposed to be a win-win situation. The sponsors give you money and they want to know what you give them back. What we do is, the sponsor beginning of the year gives you 5 million, After you get the money, you forget about the sponsor. Then when the year end comes, you go back ringing their doorbell saying, "Sir, can you let us renew the contract? Even if I was the sponsor, I will not give you the money. For sure I won't. I want to be appreciated. I want to know where the money is going. Do we have a plan? Do we have a community sponsor because of eyeballs? They want people to see ABC is the sponsor of Club X. They want to see. They want their products to be sold. So if they give you 5 million, they should be getting through the sales of their products between 5 to 10 million. So the following year, they'll come back with 10 million. But what do? Sad, isn't it? So one of the main reasons is we cannot convince our sponsors to give their money to us, to our clubs, because very simple, they don't trust us. You have to win the trust of these sponsors. And I feel very sincerely that this has to be done. As long as we do not do that, I think we will start losing sponsors. Number two, it's not only the trust. They got to also look at the sincerity, the openness. Yeah, you got to show them the accounts. You got to show them that this sponsorship money has gone to this. You got to be transparent with them. If you don't do that, they will not come. You see, football sponsorship via FIFA, for FIFA, has multiplied into billions and billions of dollars from World Cup to World Cup. The only World Cup that there was a drop in sponsorship was in South Africa. But then in Brazil, it shot up again in 2014 and the 2018 in Russia. There is immense amount of money in football. But why isn't Malaysia doing it? Why can't we do it? Can we get it done? Yes, of course. Are our administrators ready for sponsorship and so on? I guess some of them are, but most of them not. Do you think, Malaysia is a country which feels that every Tom, Dick and Harry can become an administrator. This is a topic for a later discussion, but I'm telling you this, it rounds up to all the same thing. We feel that every Tom, Dick and Harry can go and administer football. As much as a medical doctor needs to go through 4 years of training, a physiotherapist has to go through a physiotherapy course. Why is it that in football alone you feel that every Tom, Dick and Harry can sit up there and manage football? Why? This attitude has to change. You got to educate yourself. Then when you speak to a sponsor, you will speak in their terms. That's the footballing terms. That's lacking in us. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, let's change the landscape of Malaysian football. Let's bring back the glory days. It's not only in our hands, it is also in your hands and how you want it to be changed. Yeah? See you soon. Keep supporting us. Subscribe to us. Feel free to say whatever you want to say, your opinion. We are very open to it. Wherever I can answer, wherever my team can answer, we will definitely give you a reply.